Welcome to another episode of Your Favorite Libertarian. Today we're going to be talking about the Ferro Concepts Chesty Rig Mini Harness. In this review we're going to be going over the features of this chest rig, the setup, the components that make up how I have this configured, the pricing to go along with all of that, and why you would want a chest rig in the first place, but also why you would want a chest rig over a plate carrier. Here we have it, the Ferro Concepts Chesty Rig Mini Harness. This is the harness itself. And the name kind of implies that this is the harness piece. It does not include anything else but a way to attach stuff to your body. You still have to have the stuff though to attach to the thing that's attached to your body. So this giant piece of Velcro, it's really nice. It's Velcro, it's loop Velcro, and this allows you to attach all of their Adapt system front flaps, front panels, which is really nice. The way that it attaches, I'll show you in this video later on, but let's say it's not very complicated. You have a giant piece of Velcro, and then you have an H-harness system. You have ways of adjusting this H-harness system here and here, and then you can also adjust this bottom strap right here. So not too complicated. You guys have probably seen this setup or something like it in tons of videos and tons of products because it is a very popular design. The nice thing is that this is standard with the H-harness system. A lot of other companies have it where it comes with an X-harness system and you have to purchase the H-harness separately. This just comes automatically like this with the H-harness, which is nice. These straps are really thick as far as the width goes. They're extremely thin otherwise though, which helps it be lightweight. And I haven't had any issues with durability, which is good. But the wideness or the width of these straps helps in distributing the weight very nicely, and they're very comfortable. That's pretty much it though for this part of my rig. As far as the pricing goes on this is going to be, as of the filming of this video, on their website, $63.50. Now let's get into how to put things on it so that it is not just this. All right, in the order that I would put this on in, we have a tactical drop pouch, and this particular drop pouch is made by Krydex Tactical. I have a full review on this, how it's like the Spirit of Systems sack, and the pricing for this is $20. But if you want to watch the full review and what I keep in this, there's a video at the end of this video that you can click on. The way that this will attach to your Velcro panel is you have this Velcro here, which is hook, and all you have to do is line it up with this Velcro panel here, and voila, you now have a way to dangle things off of your Chesty. I didn't mean that to sound weird, sorry. The next thing that we're going to put on is our Ferro Concepts K-Tar front flap. Now this is pretty cool. This is the most expensive piece. If you were to not have this drop pouch and you just wanted to be able to carry mags on your Chesty, this by itself is $93.80. So this costs more than the harness itself. The reasons for that are that you have hook Velcro along the entire back of this. You have some little pull tabs to easily remove it if you need to. You've got your hooks here to attach, as this is one of the Adapt system panels that you can use for this rig. You also have, and I took these off, but you have bungees here that you can reattach if you want, if you're like skydiving with it or something, or jumping out of planes, you know, doing operator stuff, then you can put those back on. I opted to take them off just for easy in and out in training. And then you have the Haley Strategic plastic inserts. So you have really good re-indexing of your magazines and really good retention. And then you have these laser cuts in the front. I would say just to save weight, because I'm not going to attach any Molly stuff to this, but if you want to, knock yourselves out. You have separation here, is stitching here so that it can bend as you need it to bend with your body. And the way that this attaches is hooking into here. So now you've got it hooked into this part of the H harness, and then you just fold it forward like so. And this velcros to this piece, and it's all one solid unit. Then you're gonna put your magazines in there. Ooh, that nice Kydex click. There we go. Now we are going to go into the whys of this video. So why would you want a chest rig in the first place? And also, why might you want a chest rig instead of a plate carrier? Plate carrier or chest rig? Let's talk about it. If you want information on this subject from the perspective of plate carrier, then be sure to watch my video on the Ferro Concepts Slickster. Awesome plate carrier, but I do talk a little bit about why this versus a chest rig in that one, so check that out if you haven't already. Link or the thing to click on at the end of this video, etc. This is going to be from the chest rig perspective. So there's three big things that I would say are pros for the chest rig versus a plate carrier. First of which is going to be weight. Second is going to be price. And third is going to be packability, bulkiness, that sort of thing. We'll just lump that all into one section or chunk. So first is going to be weight. This is obviously going to weigh a lot less than a plate carrier setup because you don't have the weight of plates. And I will put what this entire setup, including the dangler, weighs right here. Ding. And then I'll also put how much this weighs without the dangler right here. Ding. So weight is important for a couple reasons. One, weight is going to be a factor in how long you can stay in the fight, how quickly you can move in a fight, and how likely you are to have this piece of kit with you should you need to be in a fight. And also if you're just not in shape, or you're on that journey of fitness but you're not quite to where you want to be yet, you don't want plates to be a situation where they're so heavy that it's not going to matter if they stop rounds, because you're just going to be exposed, and other parts of your body are going to get shot because you can't get to cover concealment in time because they weigh so much and you're not in shape enough to get from point A to point B quickly. The chest rig, you're still going to need to be in shape either way, but you won't have to be as in shape to be able to move as fast, I guess you could say. So all of that to say, weight savings are good, pro to the chest rig. Let's talk about price. So you've already done the math on the three different things that are making up this kit. For just the K-tar front flap and the Chesty, we're talking about 157-ish. For all three of the items, including the dangler, we're talking about 177-ish. If you were to have this exact setup on a plate carrier, not only do you have the cost of the plate carrier, the way of holding magazines, the dangler if you want it, and any clips or anything to attach anything, you also have the cost of the plates themselves, which are typically the most expensive part of that setup. So you can cheap out and you can get, I won't even suggest, don't get steel plates. But if you get some type of ceramic plates that are less expensive, it's still going to be more expensive of a setup than this. And the reason that matters is because I don't want anyone to go out and max out credit cards to get all this Gucci kit. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. You can get a chest rig in the meantime for barely any money, a little less than $200. You can have all this stuff. And actually, if you include the mags and probably the medical stuff inside, probably $200 is what you could get this entire setup, exactly what I have. You could get a chest rig now and then save up for the plate carrier later on. And in the meantime, you're a lot more prepared than just saving up for the plate carrier. So price is kind of important. Lastly is going to be the bulkiness or compactness or the packability of this setup. So with a plate carrier, besides having this stuff, if you're going prone, laying down, trying to cover this up with garments, clothing, etc., this is all that's sticking out. If you had plates underneath this, you're going to be sticking out a little bit further, so that's something to think about. Also, if you want to be able to stow this away, you can take this, do that, and that fits in a lot of stuff. If I had a plate carrier, I would not be able to do that because plates, good ones at least if they're rifle rated, do not bend like this. So that's something to keep in mind. This is also a very lightweight setup. We already covered lightweight, but the bulkiness, and that's if I include this dangler. If I don't, this is my profile. That's it. Welcome to a shot of my torso. This is the portion of the video where I show you how to size your chest rig. As a frame of reference, I am 6'3" and 180 to 175 pounds. I'm a tall, lanky dude, and this is how I have it set up for me. It's probably going to be more helpful for you if you are my type of build, body type, etc. If God made you differently, that's cool too. It just might change the way that you have the height of your magazines and the tightness of your chest rig. So as far as the tightness of the straps, I have this as tight as I can with still being able to expand and contract my lungs all the way. So if I'm breathing through my chest instead of my diaphragm, I can still breathe, which is important. If you can't breathe, you can't fight. And then as far as the height of my magazines, that height is going to be determined on how tight or loose this strap is. And you can see in the back that I have my H harness. The H piece of it, I guess you could call it, is right in between my shoulder blades, up and down and left and right, centered there. And the magazines are, I'd say the top of the magazines are just above my nipples. And again, that's for my build, my body type, my height. And then you want to make sure for where you have the magazines that you can pull them out, get them into whatever gun you're using without hitting yourself in the chin. And if you can do that, that's about as high as you want to go. If you want to go a little bit lower to make it easier, go ahead. Just keep in mind that with this H harness system, it's going to make the straps a little bit looser and won't be as tight to your body. With this, I can move around really easily and it's nice and tight. That's it. Sizing, done. Final thoughts. I can't end this review without saying anything bad about this setup. I mean, it can't all be good, right? There's got to be some negatives to this. I'll start with the things specifically to this chest rig, and then I'll talk a little bit about just this type of chest rig and some of the cons. So first we'll start off with the Ferro Concepts Chesty rig mini harness. I don't like, and this is kind of nitpicky, I really like the Ranger green color, but I don't like the brown accents with the clips and these rings. I don't like that color combination. If it were black hardware or if it were Ranger green hardware, I would much prefer that. That's more of a personal preference thing though, so yeah, it's whatever. If there's anything else that I dislike, it'd probably just be the price. The price of the front flap specifically. I think the H harness, or the harness itself, is fairly priced because it's modular and there's a bunch of different other accessories that you can put on it. But the front flap is almost $100, which is crazy. Now, is that too much money? I don't know. I bought it, so maybe I didn't think it was too much money, but that's just, you know, if you're looking at other systems out there, that's something to consider. On the side of the H harness chest rig type, some of the drawbacks are that with the micro setup or the mini setup, all of your weight's going to be right here in front of you. That's great for having everything in front of you to get to really easily, but it's going to pull the weight forward and it's going to pull your center of gravity this way. That's going to fatigue you faster than if it's evenly distributed across your body, like some of the wider ones would be. And the other thing would be the straps. So the straps are not as comfortable as if you were to have some type of elastic cummerbund, but having these minimal straps are also going to let you breathe a lot better in this setup. So, you know, if it's really hot out, you're going to have a lot more ventilation here than if you had elastic cummerbund over here. So trade-offs. Also, there's really nothing on your back apart from this little strap in between your shoulder blades. So that's nice too. You don't have extra weight behind you. I say all that to say I am very interested in seeing how the T-Rex Arms Ready Rig works and feels and functions in person. I'm trying to get one just like probably everybody else because it looks awesome, and I run an elastic cummerbund system in my plate carrier that I really like. Expands and contracts when you breathe, and you can have it even tighter than these straps, and it allows you to distribute the weight more evenly across your body. And I do like the systems of having bigger or smaller pockets in different spots, so I'm really excited and interested to review that for you guys, and when I get it I will be sure to film that for you. And I might even compare the two, this traditional, more traditional setup and that new why didn't anybody think of this yet setup. But as far as this particular chest rig goes, I'm not getting rid of it. Once I get that, I'll still have this because this works really well for me right now. I recommend getting it if you can find it. If you can't find it and the T-Rex Arm stuff becomes available sooner, then maybe pick that up. But this is the information. Do with it what you will. You are a free-thinking American. You can make your own choices. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was informative. If it was, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Click the notification bell to make sure that you're getting notified of these videos. And other than that, stay free. God bless.